Hi, my name's Karen, and I am the graduate counseling intern at Crossroad Counseling Associates, being supervised by Rick Reynolds. I am in the home stretch of my master's program seeing clients, and this past year I had the opportunity to co-facilitate several Harboring Hope groups. Today, I am delighted to share some information with you on a topic I'm deeply passionate about and teach many of my own clients, and that is emotional regulation. Emotional regulation, or self-regulation, is the ability to observe and respond to a range of emotions in a manner that is tolerable and flexible enough to allow for spontaneous reactions, as well as the ability to delay a spontaneous reaction. I have been teaching yoga since 2013, and subsequently teaching people breathing, meditation, and emotional regulation for over a decade. Before I dive into different emotional regulation exercises and how they work, I would like to tell you a piece of my story. My world shattered when I discovered my partner had been unfaithful to me. I could hardly go about my day without weeping, screaming at other cars in traffic, or raging at the soup can in the grocery cart because it fell on top of my favorite chips. My world had entirely blown up, and nothing made sense. Everything I knew was a lie, and my confidence was non-existent. My whole being was dysregulated, and understandably so. I had experienced betrayal trauma. Recovering from betrayal trauma took time, but emotional regulation exercises, as well as my therapist and the support from friends and family, made a huge difference in not only being able to function, but come home to myself and manage the triggers that never existed before. Now, it takes practicing these exercises when you feel settled or grounded to adequately implement them when you become triggered. You wouldn't expect to complete a triathlon without any training beforehand. It takes practicing when you're more grounded to recognize moments of dysregulation. Now, why are emotional regulation exercises even helpful? Emotional regulation exercises help us tone our vagus nerve. The vagus nerve plays a significant role in regulating our responses to stress. The vagus nerve has also been called the wandering nerve or the soul nerve. The majority of our soul nerve goes through our gut, which roughly has 50 million neurons, more than your spinal cord. This explains why we sense so many things in our gut, and hence why some even call the gut our second brain. The vagus nerve is also known as the gut-brain axis, which connects the brain to various organs throughout our body, connecting your throat, lungs, heart, stomach, liver, spleen, pancreas, kidneys, and gut. New York Times best-selling author Rosma McKem beautifully puts it this way. We know that the soul nerve is where we experience a felt sense of love, compassion, fear, grief, dread, sadness, loneliness, hope, empathy, anxiety, care, disgust, despair, and many other things that make us human. When our body has an emotional response, such as when your stomach clenches, your voice catches, your pulse quickens, your shoulders tighten, your breathing quickens, and your body braces for impact, or you have a sense that danger is lurking, that is your soul nerve at work. When you feel your heart open or closing down, when you feel anxious in the pit of your stomach, when you sense that something wonderful or terrible is about to happen, when something feels right or wrong in your gut, when your heart sinks, when your spirit soars, or when your stomach turns nausea, all of this involves your soul nerve. I felt hollow after my partner's betrayal. This wasn't me being melodramatic. My anxiety and heartbreak came with visceral sensations. This was my vagus nerve and all of those neurons in my body taking in the information from the world around me and reacting to the trauma of being betrayed. The vagus nerve has two branches, the dorsal vagal branch and the ventral vagal branch. The dorsal vagal branch, part of the sympathetic nervous system, governs the fight, flight, or freeze response, which is the body's response to extreme or perceived stress and danger. When we become triggered, it is our sympathetic nervous system that comes online and tells us that we are in danger. The ventral vagal branch, part of the parasympathetic nervous system, governs your rest and digest responses, which helps us feel calm and relaxed. By activating the vagus nerve, we can better control our responses to triggers, ultimately helping us feel more calm and grounded. Having a highly toned vagus nerve means that our autonomic nervous system is regulating stress responses effectively. Consequently, a low-toned vagus nerve means that someone could be living in a state of hypervigilance or restlessness. So how do we tone the vagus nerve? Here are 7 emotional regulation exercises that you can start to help you tone your vagus nerve. Take what works for you and leave what doesn't. There is no pressure or expectation that all of these will fit for you. These first 4 practices all incorporate the muscles around your throat, the same place that the vagus nerve runs through to get to the gut. By intentionally activating these muscles, we tone the vagus nerve. Number 1, gargling. Gargling stimulates the vagus nerve by activating the muscles in the back of the throat. Try to keep a cup by the bathroom sink and gargle water vigorously twice a day, ideally when you brush your teeth. Number 2, laughter. Laughing is a great way to stimulate the vagus nerve through activating those muscles in the back of your throat and reducing stress levels. It can be hard to laugh, though, when your world is shattered after discovering your partner's infidelity. You may not want to laugh or even doubt that it's possible to laugh again, but I encourage you to try. Set some time to watch a funny movie, spend time with friends who make you laugh, or watch funny cat videos on YouTube. It'll boost your mood, promote relaxation, and activate your vagus nerve. Number 3, hum, sing, or chant. The vagus nerve delivers signals to the muscles of the larynx around the vocal cords. Humming, singing, or chanting activates the laryngeal muscles in the vocal cords, which then stimulates the motor fibers of the vagus nerve. Put on some of your favorite music and sing along as softly or as loudly as feels comfortable. Maybe even pick a song that comforts your spirit or empowers your soul. If you choose to chant, try the word Om or Amen and hold the vibration for as long as you can while stretching out the exhale. Number 4, deep breathing exercises. The breath is how we connect to our body. Placing one hand on your chest and one hand on your belly, take a deep breath in through your nose for 5 to 7 seconds. And then hold for 2 to 3. And slowly exhale through your mouth for 6 to 8 seconds, allowing your belly and chest to fall. Holding your breath out for 2 or 3 more seconds. Deep breathing stimulates the pressure receptors in the neck, gut, and heart that signal to the brain it's time for rest and digest. An important thing to note here is that it is the long, slow exhale that helps tone the vagus nerve. Number 5, exercise. Regular exercise is an excellent way to regulate the vagus nerve and manage stress. Remember, all exercise counts. Take a short walk or a few minutes of stretching can help promote relaxation and take care of your body, increasing your levels of serotonin and endorphins, ultimately helping relieve stress. Yoga is an excellent form of exercise because it incorporates meditation and breathing exercises. Number 6, cold exposure. Cold exposures, such as taking a cold shower or swimming in cold water, have been shown to stimulate the vagus nerve. This is because the body responds to cold by activating the sympathetic nervous system, which in turn activates the vagus nerve. At the end of your normal shower, reduce the water temperature as much as you can bear and let the water wash over your head and the back of your neck. Begin with 30 seconds and gradually work your way up to a few minutes. While standing under cold water, work on controlling your breath by taking as many deep belly breaths as possible. And number 7, mindfulness and meditation. Mindfulness and meditation are both excellent ways to help calm your mind and tone the vagus nerve. Find a quiet place to sit comfortably and focus on your breath. Wherever your mind starts to wander, gently bring your attention back to your breath. I won't tell you how long to meditate. Do whatever feels comfortable for you. For some, I could tell you 5 minutes, and that would be too long, and others might say that that's not long enough. It's your meditation practice, so do what works best for you. In coming videos, I'll be leading guided meditations for you to follow. In the meantime, there are also several meditation apps available in the App Store for free if you need something to follow along to. Learning to tone the vagus nerve through emotional regulation can help us recognize when we become triggered and get us out of a state of dysregulation. Deep breathing, meditation, laughter, singing, humming, gargling, cold exposure, and exercise are all effective ways to tone the vagus nerve. Remember, take what works for you and leave what doesn't. It's not an exaggeration to say that experiencing betrayal trauma can feel like your life is completely ruined. And recovering from betrayal trauma is an exhausting journey, but be patient with yourself. You're doing the very best you can. Now, I'm going to lead you through a short guided meditation. So find yourself a comfortable position, laying down or seated, and I invite you to close your eyes. Imagine that you are a bright light floating amongst the stars in space. In your mind's eye, see the earth slowly turning beneath you. Breathe in as you watch the earth rotate beneath you. And you exhale slowly, watching all of the continents and oceans drift by. Slowly, you start to peacefully descend until the country that you are in comes into view. You slowly and peacefully continue your descent until you are looking over your state. Inhale, take in all of the colors of nature, the deep greens, all of the shades of blue from different bodies of water, any forests, mountains, rolling hills, valleys, flowing rivers. As you exhale, slowly start your descent to whatever city you are in right now. And notice the cityscape and innovation. Continue your slow descent until you are looking over the building that you are currently in. Descend even further until you are viewing your own body below you. Slowly, steadily, keep dropping until you see yourself in full detail. Observe with kindness and compassion your posture, the movements you make, the gentle rise and fall of your chest, the clothings that you wear. Slowly and gently drift into your body. And as you slip into your body, inhale deeply. And as you exhale, become aware of the seat beneath you. Notice how it supports your back. Breathe in and start to wiggle your fingers and toes. And exhale, roll out your wrists and ankles. And when you're ready, open your eyes.